Hello once again, Niner Faithful, and welcome to another episode of 49ers Playbook on the channel that's trying to answer the whys and hows of the game. This past game against the Chicago Bears was a tough matchup throughout and one the 49ers were able to pull away in the second half, bolstered by strong performances from the offensive line, Deebo Samuel, Elijah Mitchell, and Jimmy Garoppolo. The biggest differences between this game and the 4-game losing streak the team had been experiencing simply came down to execution. Once the team was able to execute some plays and also make something out of nothing on others, Kyle Shanahan was able to get in a groove and set up his offense. It's games like this that help highlight how tough the offense can be when plays are executed and the defense gets hit by plays complementing each other. Overall, it was a really good game by the offense, and the defense, after some halftime adjustments, was able to slow down a Bears team going down the stretch. There was a lot of things to take a look at on both sides of the ball, and as always, the struggle is choosing what not to show, but we'll try and highlight some themes in the game. You're watching Johnny Dell's Football Academy. One thing I saw throughout much of the first three quarters was the 49ers defense was playing to defend the deep ball. I know they said they worked on it during the week getting ready to face the Bears, but I do believe the struggles against deeper throws and pass interference against the Colts really played a role. Guys on the outside were playing with a lot of cushion to keep plays in front of them, which led to a number of easy throws for Fields. Here, we're going to run this matching zone blitz we run a lot, and Chicago is just going to run double curls. Mosley plays with a huge cushion here, driving well beyond the line to gain, and it's just an easy throw and catch for the Bears. This was a theme throughout the game, as I saw this numerous times. For much of the game, the Bears just took what we gave them. Another example, here it's 3rd and short, and the Bears are in a 4x1 set. They're going to run a spacing concept with a clearing route. We're playing cover 3 zone, and Warner does a nice job. Flanagan Foles, though, in our defense is responsible to match the receiver across the field. So playing for a deeper route, he backpedals, anticipating a crossing route, and is late to attack the curl for another easy first down. Again, our guys were very focused on not giving up the deeper throw, and that is one big reason you saw so many short throws to guys and they just looked really wide open on the broadcast. Another area we struggled in on defense was keeping contain on Fields off the run fakes. This should look real familiar to us, but Chicago was just going to run this off-tackle run fake and get the quarterback out on the edge. Aiyuk gives up the contain angle just for a half a second, which is what allows Fields to get to the edge for a big gain. Having given it up earlier, Chicago's now going to run a play that should look real familiar again, the slide concept. And Nick Bosa attacks down the line, gives up contain, and with Norman getting turned around allows Fields to roll out and make a touchdown throw. Nice throw by Fields, by the way. Then again, they're just going to run this slide concept and get Fields out on the edge again. Numerous times we just gave up contain and allowed Fields to get outside the pocket too easily. In the second half, we played a little more aggressive on the underneath routes and then made sure we didn't give Fields the easy outlet outside. Here we're going to come with a creeper blitz where we'll bring K1 off the edge and drop Aiyuk in coverage, only rushing 4. The Bears actually do a real nice job, especially the center, of picking it up, but the color flash spooks Fields, who looks to take off outside. Givens did a nice job moving to outside contain from his defensive tackle spot, which forces Fields to cut up inside where we're able to sack him on the play. Then late in the game, we execute a real nice stunt with Key and Aiyuk that gets to Fields. The run defense was really solid throughout the game though, and DJ Jones did a lot of dirty work to help anchor the middle of the field. Here, the Bears are just running a stretch run, like we do all the time, and if you've watched the channel, you're familiar and know that the key is the offensive line executing their reach blocks and getting to the second level. Here, DJ Jones does a great job taking on the center, who's trying to hand him off to the guard, and takes on this double team. This allows Fred Warner to stay clean on the play, and mixed with good contain by Key, forces a short gain. Overall, I saw a lot of plays just like this from both DJ Jones and Arik Armstead from the interior of the defensive line. Plays that won't show up on the stat sheet, but had a huge impact on how we were able to play the run in this game. Well, we'll now jump to the offense because we haven't had a ton of plays to be really excited about the past number of weeks. It was really nice to see us get the run game going again. When executed properly, the way Kyle dials up his run game is just so much fun to watch. We're going to motion Juszczyk across and we're going to run our toss play with reach blocks by the offensive line, and the key on this play will be the handoff and helps. You'll see Warner locks up with the M-loss or M-man on the line of scrimmage, and Juice gives him help to kick him out. Also notice that Debo picks up his guy for just half a second, long enough for him to be able to set up for Juszczyk to pick up after helping on Warner. We'll also see great reach blocks by Tomlinson and Brunskill that allow Mack and Williams to get up on the linebackers. Then, with Debo handing off the corner to Juice, he goes and gets the safety. This is superb blocking. Mitchell isn't even touched for 25 yards. So then, the strong running helps set up our pin concept on the next drive, which ends with a field goal. The pin is a post plus in, and you'll see Aiyuk gets doubled on a corner post, and we hit Debo. So fast forwarding right before the half, I thought Aiyuk had his best game of this season. If you saw my video on him, you know one thing I criticized was how he wasn't setting up his routes to look the same and he was tipping his routes. He did a much better job of that in this game. Here it's a critical point, just before the half, third down, and he's in the slot. Chicago was showing this two safety look a number of times and then would go cover one robber and bring the safety on the three receiver side down. We're going to just have Aiyuk run a slant. But on the very first drive of the game, we put Aiyuk in the slot just like this, and he ran a fade. Here, off the line, he stems outside, making it look just like his fade, which drives his man wide and sets up his slant route for a huge first down. That's just what I like to see right there. That's awesome, and just what we need from Aiyuk. And it sets up this explosive pass play on the very next play. Having beat Chicago's man coverage, they're going to go zone on the next play, and Kyle calls it up perfectly. We're going to have a Mills concept dialed up to the three receiver side, which has a dig route with a post route that looks to put the quarter safety in a vertical stretch versus cover 4 or cover 6. It's well timed because Chicago is going to be in cover 6, which is cover 4 plus cover 2. It's real nice execution by Jimmy here as he's going to look off the backside safety while reading the quarter safety, who drives on the dig route and opens up the post to Debo. Really good play call and execution. Then on third and forever after holding penalties and poor execution, we're going to run a tunnel screen to Debo. It's plays like this that you see why Kyle values linemen who can run over elite pass blockers. To start off, Trent Williams is going to have to sell his pass block for half a second and then go get number 44 and seal him off. Then check out Brunskill and Mack as they fly down the field. And huge props to Aiyuk on his block. And Brunskill beats the backside safety who cuts underneath and takes himself out of the play. And then Mack is able to go get the free safety in open field that springs Debo nearly to the end zone. That is a heck of a job by all these guys on a play that might be remembered down the stretch this season. And it sets up Jimmy G's first rushing score of the day. This was actually a wide receiver lead run, but something in the timing was off, so Jimmy just took it himself. But the reach block by Williams and the block on Roquan Smith by Juszczyk are what spring this play for a touchdown. So then, after some throwing and screens, we're able to get back to the outside run. Again, you're going to see the guards being able to execute their reach blocks, and the center and tackle able to get up to the second level. Which then set up the now infamous rugby touchdown. What I love is that even though Mac falls down, he gets back up, gets low, and gets in there, along with Tomlinson, and then Williams, and then Warner. They're the ones to will this run over the goal line, with a little late help from Jimmy G. Which then sets up our 2-point conversion. We're going to be in a 4x1 set with Debo isolated. Chicago doubles him on the play and will have a lurk defender over the middle. Aiyuk is going to run a stick nod route and just runs a great route. If this is the Aiyuk we're going to see going forward, that should be really exciting for 49ers fans, as pair this with a returning Kittle and the run game coming back on, this is really something to look forward to. But coming back to how all these things start playing off each other. We ran the ball, then we were able to get some pass plays going, and then the screen game, so now we're going to run a double post off play action. You'll see how the play side safety attacks Dwelly's post route. And it opens up Sanu on the second post. And then we go back to the run. You're going to see Juszczyk do a great job helping Warner kick out the M-loss, then get up to the second level, and Tomlinson and Williams do a great job on the reach block in second level, which is what springs Mitchell loose. I also love seeing Aiyuk's intensity on this run block as well. Which then we come out in the same personnel package but go empty. This is why you have guys like Juszczyk. We did this earlier in the game and both times ran a stick concept to the 3 receiver side, each time for a gain of 9+ yards. Here we're going to have a stick concept to the 3 receiver side and run Hasty on a quick slant. Chicago is again going to be in cover 6. You'll see that Chicago plays the stick concept, which opens up the middle of the field for Hasty on the quick slant for a big gain. Which then sets up Jimmy's second touchdown run of the game. It's a read option, and you're going to see the end crash down, which lets Jimmy G take it in for the score. So then we're going to close out the game with an explosive run, returning to where we started, the exact same play. This is the intensity you love to see. First, Debo gets a great crack block on Smith, then Juszczyk helps blow up the M-loss, then get to the second level. Williams got up to the second level, and let's rewind this to the beginning. Watch Aiyuk, who's the backside receiver. This is the block that springs us for a huge gain. He's going to come all the way across and pick up the safety, which helps turn this play into an explosive. And watch Aiyuk's reaction. You love seeing that to close out a game. This all sets us up to kick a field goal and go up by 2 scores late in the game, which pretty much ends after Fields throws a pick to Norman. Well, that's it for this week, guys and gals. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you did, and don't forget to hit the notifications button if you haven't already to be alerted to when a video goes live. Also, if you'd like to support the channel in any way, I'll have links for that below. Overall, it was a gritty win that will hopefully see the team get back on track, as we're only a half game outside of a playoff spot, and once you get in the playoffs, anything can happen. So let's be what we call ourselves, the faithful, and look forward to this week's game and hope that we can put together a late season push and see where things go. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and go Niners!